Hello, Pisces. This is your reading for the month of August 2026. My name's Kathleen. I'm one of the spirit operators. If you're new here, I do things a little bit differently. I get psychic impressions from the images on the cards, and I also interact with spirit. If you're not new here, thank you so much for returning. So this month, we are using the Mystical Journey Oracle deck. Okay, so let's take a look. So the first card we have here for you is Resistance. So this is you eliminating someone from your life, someone who has been an ongoing problem, always seems to have issues, always seems to have problems, like always have drama. They're really draining your energy, and they have, it feels like, for years. And they talk a good game, I think. That's how it feels, that they're a really good talker, and they can talk you into things. And sometimes you really don't want to do them, but they talk you into it, and then you kind of regret it afterwards, or even during whatever's going on. And I think this person has started to make more and more demands from you. There's even a feeling here of them demanding money from you, as though you owe them. They're just causing you a lot of problems, a lot of issues. And, like, you may have even, tried to get them to modify their behavior, and they just seem to be getting worse. It's like the longer you know them, the worse they get, the worse they treat you, the more they expect from you. So yeah, the best thing to do with this person is to just eliminate them from your life. You really have to start saying no. Just, because it feels like some of their demands or expectations are outrageous. So just straight up no for those. And just you try to do less and less for this person. Try to interact less and less with this person. If they phone you and they're used to you answering your phone right away, let it go to voicemail. If they text you and they expect you to text back right away, wait a day. Like, just start responding less and less. Make them wait longer. Make more time between your interactions with them. Just keep lengthening that time. So if you can go an hour without responding, then the next day go 2 hours, the next day go 3 hours, like, or go a day, 2 days, a week. Just start backing away from this person, because if they can't get their demands met through you anymore, they'll go to someone else. And it's about time you got released from their entrapment. Okay, so yeah, if you can do that, start doing that, because they're just going to get worse. To be honest, it feels like they would even go so far as to phone the police against you, if they, because they're that entitled, that they would phone the police and make false accusations against you. So you really need to just start, I wouldn't make it abrupt, because if you make it abrupt, that's probably when they'll phone the police. But really start to just slow it down, so that, maybe it's not quite as perceptible to them. If they start screaming, why aren't you responding to my text? Why haven't you answered the phone? Make up some excuse. Whatever you have to do, but just keep keep putting the space and time between you and them farther and farther and farther apart, okay? Because you really have to get away from them. they're not right, okay? Okay, so the next card we have here is Divine Gateway. So this feels more like your energy. Good time in August to reflect. Take time for yourself if you can. And I mean, like, really for yourself. Like, if you can find an entire day to just go somewhere alone, to be alone, to not interact with anyone at all, do that. Try to get as much time as you can that way, because there's a real need for self-reflection, for internal healing, body and mind. There is a real call and need for that. You really need to regenerate and recuperate, because it feels like you've been burning the candle at both ends, just trying to please everyone around you, and you're suffering from it. So there's a need here to just really make some time for yourself to rest and relax, okay? Okay, Spirit said to go to the next card. So we have Sanctuary. Okay, this energy feels like the same energy from the first card. So this is the person that is the problem, okay? What's coming through here. And geez, they're a nasty piece of work. They're just so self-absorbed. They truly feel the world owes them everything. And they are miserable because they can't have everything, because, like, that's totally unrealistic. They've got these fantasies going on in their head. They think they're more than they really are. They think they're better than they really are. They present themselves as though, you know, they're the gift to the world and the world owes them, and, you know, you should be kissing their feet, thanking them for being your friend. And all they do is use everyone around them. And I wouldn't be surprised that this person, like, their family has rejected them. A lot of their friends have rejected them. So that, you know, because they just use people and abuse people, just whatever, to get their own end. So yeah, they're just nasty. So be really careful of them, because they are going to be up to some major crap this month. They're going to be pulling some really crazy stunts. So again, separate yourself from them as much as possible. And please, 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 don't go anywhere with them this month. If they're asking you to go places or do something, they're the type of person that would ask you to go out for dinner. You go out for dinner and they hand you the bill to pay it. Stay away from them, because they're something nasty is going to come down this month with them. So don't spend any time with them. If avoid it like the plague if you can, okay? Okay, next card. We have Awakening. So there's a crash and burn type of feeling with this card. So there's a mixture of things going on. If you're involved with this person and you refuse to see them for who they are, and you continue to spend time with them and hang out with them, you're going to have to pay quite a heavy price for that. Another, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're continuing to run around trying to please everybody else, you're going to burn out. So this could actually be you ending up in jail, especially if you're involved with this person. It could be that you just get really, really ill. You get some sort of illness because of not looking after yourself. It can be avoided, okay? But you have to put in the effort. You really have to stay away from this person. And I think you already know who this is. If not, it's going to be revealed. And you really need to start taking better care of yourself, taking time for yourself, relaxing, healing. You know, if you can get a spa day, go for it. If you need a massage, take time to meditate, time to go out in nature, whatever it is you need to do to rejuvenate. Make sure that in your schedule you are scheduling good time for yourself, not just like, oh, I'll give myself a half an hour this month. No, no, no. You need to be giving yourself time every day, or at least in a day, a week, something repeatedly that you're looking after yourself, okay? I really wouldn't want to see you getting any negative repercussions from negative things around you. Okay, that seems to be it for your reading. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good month.